What's up, GolfersRx? Mark Williamson, the Golf Yogi here. I want to talk to you a little bit today about hip mobility. Now, obviously, having mobile hips makes the game of golf a whole lot easier. But if we've never done a whole lot of hip mobility, if you're not into yoga, if you're not into things like that, it can be a little intimidating to start out with, just trying to figure out what exactly you should be doing. So we're going to start very, very simply with some of these today, guys. I've got this pad next to me, and basically all you really need to do this is something with a 90-degree angle. This pad is really simple for that. You can use a book, you can use a dozen golf balls, whatever works best for you. A box of a dozen golf balls, I should say. So real easy, guys, starting with this one. We're just going to pick this left foot up, whatever foot is in closest to this pad. We're going to work it all the way open 90 degrees and set it right back down. So the biggest thing I want you to feel in this, starting to get this little bit of opening into the hip, is I want you to feel like your shoulder points are going to keep facing forward the entire time. Now you can tell mine aren't perfect, but they're pretty close to staying totally stable. So not really wanting, what we're trying to stay away from, guys, is getting up here and everything turns with it. That's showing that we can't disassociate our upper and lower body. So something just real simple like this, guys. Again, up, over, try to keep this chest square, just right back around. It's going to help us start to get that mobility working into the hips. And same thing, guys, when you're doing this, make sure you're hitting both sides with it. Maybe do 10 to 20 each leg, and really work keeping those shoulders stable, trying to work this foot to a 90-degree angle when you set it down there. Another good one for hip mobility, guys, and I'm going to do this facing towards you. I generally like to do these moving, walking backwards. Unless you know that there's nothing behind you, you can do these standing, and that's just fine as well. But this is something that we do for a warm-up almost every day in my gym here. So we're going to go up. I want you to imagine this pad is actually really good. Maybe you imagine you have a foam roller or something about this size right next to you. I want you to feel like you're going to go up and over and around. So that's just kind of the feel that we're going to get there. You want to be fluid with it, take an up and over step, up and over step. So same thing here, guys. You want to feel like the goal is having these shoulder points stay facing straight in front of you. So we're not coming up here and turning really big, trying to stay stable through the upper body. You want to engage through the upper body without being super tight with it, trying to stay there. So get fluid, get loose. Just try to get a little bit of mobility into these hips here, guys. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. Start to warm up, start to loosen up into these hips. Another one, and I really like this one, this is actually pretty difficult because we're going to add external and then internal rotation as well. So I want you to pull one knee up. You want to get it to about 90 degrees. I'm going to open that knee to the side and then bring it right back in at the same level. So what I see a lot is all the way out, and then we kind of dip coming in. Or we dip going out and we roll coming in. I want you to be able to keep it on the exact same level. So right up here, all the way out, all the way back into where we started, step with it. Again, up, all the way out, all the way in, and step with it. It is difficult, guys, when we start bringing this knee back in. We get that internal rotation working just because we've already been working it out, and then we're having to bring it back in there as well. If those three are pretty easy for you guys, and I know some of you might feel that they are, one more that I like to play with for the hips, and again, we do this walking and especially in warm-ups in the gym. We step, grab the foot, little pull, right back. So we're not wrenching into this, guys, and we're definitely not getting here and yanking as much as we can and pulling that chest down towards it. Simple little step, little pull, simple little step, little pull. Doesn't have to be super high. Try to stay standing tall with it. Find a little bit more mobility into those hips, guys. And I know a lot of these that we're doing here, we're on one foot. So really pay attention as well to this standing leg. If you're real loose on this leg, if you're not driving this foot down, these are going to be even more difficult. So as much as you can, feel like we drive this foot down, whether we're coming up, out and in, whether we're stepping backwards with it wherever we're going. Focus on that standing leg as well. You're going to get some of that drive going into the ground. Find a little bit more stability in the golf swing, especially at address. And again, a little bit more mobility in these hips. Going to be able to fire easier, create more lag. Hopefully hit it a little bit further and hopefully play a little bit better golf, guys.